Hi guys, it's me, Empyrean, and we're back with another meme museum. Once per league, we show off some items that we found or made, or other people have found or made, that are weird, bugged, one of a kind, cursed, weird looking, whatever. You get the idea. Basically, a bunch of cool and weird stuff that got made during a particular league, this time Sentinel. There's some honorable mentions, which are just kind of whatever, show them off fast, and then there's the main attractions here, and then finally we have a huge full meme character, where every slot is like an insane item. So let's go through it all. First of all, Apothecary's Gloves. This league they introduced the Apothecary card, which is a Mage Blood card, and this is a very high level Elder base, which tinged on my filter when I was farming Apothecaries, and I got baited thinking I found a card. I didn't, just found some gloves. These are two pariahs, which is an MF ring. What people do is they white socket them, and then you get 15 quant per white socket, but someone vaulted them and they rolled quant, so they're 3 quant instead of 15. They're not good. There's a claw here which has triple the worst tier on the prefixes. 1 to 3, I divine this to perfect bad. 1 to 3 fire damage, 1 to 3 cold, 1 to 5 lightning. This is the least elemental damage you can deal with a claw. We have an axe, 69% increased damage if corrupted, and it's corrupted. It's just pain edge. This is terrible. We have a triple suffix quarterstaff, 20% chance to freeze, 20% chance to ignite, and 30% chance to shock. Very cool. Then we have a row of convoking ones that someone started crafting, and then they fractured. There is a cannot roll caster, cannot roll attack, multi-mod, prefixes cannot be changed, and suffixes cannot be changed. But it has suffixes that can no longer be changed, so I can't... Yeah. You can't remove them. Whatever, just some convoking ones. We have some rings here. This is a triple cold synthesized sapphire ring. Increased cold damage, increased cold resistance, and minus cold damage taken from hits. Kind of cool. This one is Sentinel's geodesic ring. It has 2 prefixes, and they're both Sentinels. Cokework ring of the underground, double delve mod, double suffix, very cursed. This one is double temple mod, geodesic ring, guatelitzes, and then we have a simplex amulet with a fracture suffix on it. And I don't know, you can just like alt spam this and nothing happens. It's a blue simplex amulet with a fractured mod. Yeah. So Iron made these 4 in his quest for meme items, and there's gonna be other items in the museum that Iron made. This one is just an All's Uprising with clarity. It's a free clarity on the amulet. It's on the amulet and you can cast it for free. Poggers. Okay, moving on to the main tab. So this league, something happened with the maps, and for some reason you can get Shaper Guardian maps without Shaper influence. So originally these maps look like this. You know how they have like Shaper influence? They don't. So we have one of each of the Guardians with no Shaper influence. We also have Shaper Guardian maps with an Elder on them. There's a Phoenix with a Constrictor. This is a Chimera with an Enslaver. This is a Chimera with an Eradicator. And all sorts of permutations of what? I don't know. Yeah. And also some Shaper Guardian maps with Conquerors on them. Veritania and Barons. What happens if you run them? I have no idea. Let's try. Okay, so here we are. And here is Hydra. And here comes Elder. And he eats him. One-shotted. Okay. Elder doesn't fuck around. I mean, might as well go in, see what happens. There's no way he drops like Elder loot or like Shaper Guardian loot, right? Okay, he's already mad. He drops the Fragment of Purification and the Fragment of Hydra. What? Okay, that's cool. Double value. Damn, I was not expecting that. I thought it would just drop the Elder stuff. Okay, so it actually works. Okay, Phoenix with Veritania. I have to try now.
Maybe.
So see if she witnesses both. Oh. Okay. Okay, so Phoenix is here. He drops the thing, and then Veritania portal opens up. Okay. Phoenix got witnessed. Nice. And Veritania dies and drops the thing, and she got witnessed also. It just works. Nice. We have a Timeless Jewel corner here. This is a Mineral Lethal Pride. 10,000 out of 18,000. A 1 in 8,000 divine. And this one is a Mineral Glorious Vanity. 100 out of 8,000. It's also 1 in 7,900 divine. This one is a Max Roll Brutal Restraint. 1 in 7.5k. This is a 6969 Militant Faith. A 6969 Glorious Vanity. I think we had one of these before. And a 69 420 Elegant Hubris. I think we had a 420 69 in the past. This is probably better. I think it's a better order in general. Yeah, pretty nice. Alright, now we're done with this side. Next up, some Forbidden Shackles. This one is a 35 Ice Bite with Brutality. It's kind of disables the build that it's used for. And then this one, I don't know why this is here. It's just, this is like the worst Shackle I've seen. Energy Leech, Charged Traps, Power Charge Enchant, Ancestral Protector attack speed. I mean, that's a decent enchant. But that's, I don't know why, what happened here. Alright, boots. Synthesized Sentinels Legion boots. That's a triple league boots. It's Synthesis, Sentinel, and Legion. Very cool. There's this Helm here. 11 quality, +1, 11, 11, 11, 111. Black Suncrest. Nice divine. Well divined. Okay. Then we have Empyrean Crown. Chain Hook, Radius, Punishment, Curse Effect. Prefixes cannot be changed, suffixes cannot be changed, cannot roll attack, cannot roll caster, and a Veiled Mod and Thorns. It's just, it's terrible. Bazooka Tank made this. It has an anomalous conversion trap in it. I don't know why, but he made it. What the fuck is that? Exactly. Alright, then we have Onslaught Spark. You really cannot be frozen boots. It has cannot be frozen, and another 100% chance to avoid being frozen. If you press Alt, it adds up to 100, but if you let Alt go, it just disappears. Because you already cannot be frozen, so the suffix just doesn't show up. Okay? Then we have Torment Sunder. This axe, you can't really tell. You have to do some soul math. But let's do it. Open a calculator. This axe is 416 to 621 divided by 2, 518.5 times 1.5 attacks per second. It's 777.7 DPS X with 7 quality. We crafted this with Bazooka Tank like a week or two ago. It was one of our mini meme craft projects. Some recombinators and some divining, a lot of divining, but that's as close as you can get to 777. 7% attack speed, 7% quality, and 777.7. Yeah. Okay, next. Superior Synthesized Lion Sword. 11 All-Res, 200 sword. I haven't identified it. I'm never gonna identify it. It's just some res on the sword. Also 11 quality. Yeah. Ring corner. Anyone sees what's wrong with this one? This ring has 18 minus mana cost for non-channeling abilities. It has 2 mods, Elrion and Xopex. It's made with recombinators by Iron. Very cool. Next ring. It's an iron ring with +1 socketed strength, +1 socketed dex, +1 socketed int, +3 socketed gems. But you can't socket anything into this, obviously, because it's an iron ring. So, very useful. Yep. An iron ring. Okay, next up. 22 All-Res base ring. Okay? This ring is a corrupted implicit plus a prismatic implicit recombine. It's 22 All-Res implicit ring. It's pretty cool. There's the jewel here, Static Electricity, which is a lightning jewel, and someone double corrupted it, or it dropped like this, with fire and cold pen on the implicit. The other 2 damage. Alright, Watcher's Eye corner. We have 3 Watcher's Eyes this league. We have a triple increased damage. Cold, fire, and lightning. Watcher's Eye. 48, 48, 48. I divined this today. Fun fact, if you look at the top, 6, 4, 4. 4 plus 4 is 8, times 6 is 48. Next Watcher's Eye. Triple Grace. It's terrible, but it's a triple Watcher's Eye. Chance to blind, chance to evade, and then feeble immunity. Wow. And we have another triple Watcher's Eye. Purity of Fire. Immune to Ignite. Fizz taken as fire, and unaffected by Burning Round. Very cool. Last items in this tab. We have a very leeching claw. Life Leech, Mana Leech implicit, and Life Leech, Mana Leech explicit. Nothing else. Well, it has some light radius as a 3rd implicit. And then we have a robot, which is a triple shrine Sentinel. These are robots from this league. If you're watching this far in the future when these don't exist, this league you had robots that can fly with you and buff mobs around you and give you some quant buffs, rarity buffs, and other stuff. And sometimes they can roll with stuff like shrines, gives you a random shrine effect. And this one rolled with 3 of those on 1 robot. It's kind of cool. All right, next tab. There is a cursed Helm. This is part of what we were trying to make. This is a 5 fracture Helm, and the last mod is a veiled modifier. We're not gonna unveil that, of course. That's just it's just gonna stay like this. You can veiled chaos spam it and change the length of the veiled mod. This is a 5 fracture chest that someone was working on, and they ran out of currency trying to make a 6 fracture item. To be continued. And this, you can't really tell, it's like hard to tell, but you can see that this line, this veiled line, is different from this line. This veiled chaos line is fractured onto this shield. This pain badge, Ironwood buckler, has a fractured veiled mod on it. You can barely tell, they're like a little golden. See, this is like white or like gray. This one's like golden. fractured veil mod. Can you unveil? I don't know, and I'm not going to try. Alright, we have a little corner here for 2 beasts. One of them is a white beast. I don't know what this is. It's already bugged because of the text like goes out of the thing, but it's just a white beast, which I didn't know was a thing in PoE. There are yellow beasts and there are red beasts. This is a white beast. Don't know who found it, don't know how it happened. They traded me 3 of them. 3 stupid beasts. And next up, we have Bluetooth, the yellow beast. That's it, it's just Bluetooth. Alright, top right corner here. We have the 3 dragons. Your fire damage can shock but not ignite. Your cold damage can ignite but not freeze or chill. And your lightning damage can freeze but not shock. I had this skin transferred on this other item, which is your cold damage can ignite, your fire damage can shock, and your lightning damage can freeze. I don't know. That's the only mods. That is 3 Sentinel mods on a circlet. 3 Sentinel suffixes and nothing else. Entropy Crown. This is a way too dank item. Last item here before we check this whole gear set is Grim Vision. It's a 6 mod Abyssal Jewel. One of them is a double mod. So this is the most lines I have seen on an Abyssal Jewel. 5 and 6 mod Abyssal Jewels can drop if you have this node spec, Corrupted Gaze. 20% chance for it to be a 5 or 6 mod. And then one of this even is a double mod. So it's like 7 lines on a Ghastly Jewel. Yeah. Next up, we have a build here. How do I explain this? I think it's best if I show you guys. I'm about to put on some gear. So I have a gear set on with 6, 10, 13, 27 gems that are all Vol gems. So 27 times 2, that's 54 abilities, plus Aspect of the Cat, 55, another Aspect of the Cat, 56, Purity of Elements, 57, Precision, 58, another Aspect of the Cat, 59, Herald of Thunder, Pride, 61, Frostbite, Herald of Thunder, 63, Purity of Lightning, 64, Rallying Cry, 65, Blight, 66. This character has 66 abilities that it can use. However, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 40. 1, 2, 3. This UI goes off screen and it never reshuffles. No matter what, you have no access to 20 of your abilities. If you have a build like this, you would never have a build like this, but I have 66 abilities and I have access to 43 of them. And I will never have access to the other 23. Rarity capped and UI capped. It will always be that same 3 lines. If you go like wider, it's also just this is just kept. Yeah, that's the build. There is a little extra addition to the meme museum which we couldn't quite put there. It's this item. While a unique enemy is in your presence, item sells for much more to vendors. Wait, this was early last league. Yeah, this was a bug for 1 week on league start. They reverted this, or they deleted this implicit. This is when people saw this first, people thought like, oh, maybe there's gonna be like a vendor in one of the map, and then when you wear something like this, you can like make some extra currency, like vendoring stuff to that vendor or something. It's like you have to pull like a Beyond bust next to this vendor, like Creelson or something. but turns out it was just a bug, and it got deleted. Moving on to the last tab, the best of the best, saving the best for last. These items on this full meme character represent our best items that we made. Iron made one of, actually Iron made 3 of these. And one other person made one of these, and we made the rest. So first of all, the weapon. Fancy foil, Blight Song. This is a 6 spell mod, 5.5 spell mod sword. None of these mods roll on a sword, except for the +1 socketed gems. It's an Essence spell damage, Essence cold damage to spells, Essence cast speed, Essence spell crit sword. Which none of these roll on a melee weapon like this. We had to force roll these on swords and then recombine them together until multiple mods survive. This is all essences or of the essence or of finesse or yeah. And then we crafted the trigger spell thing. That's a veiled mod. It's a veiled craft. So it's a sword that kind of wants to be a wand. Yeah. Gloves. The gloves are frosted fish scale gauntlets of scale. If you don't know this one, I suggest you click this blinking eye here so it stops blinking, because half of you probably have this eye never clicked and it's constantly blinking, and now you can never unsee it. You click this, you scroll down to socializing, and you will find these gloves, the Dangyo gloves. However, this time it's fractured. Both of the mods are fractured on it with perfect divine. Rings. That's a ring. That's a crafted ring. Iron crafted this early on in the league with recombinators. That is the longest double crafts on an item. All of these are master crafted and then recombined and then recombined and then recombined. So that's a ring with some rarity. The other ring is a triple charge breach ring. +1 frenzy, +1 power, +1 endurance. And this works doubled in a breach. So in a breach domain or in a breach in a map, this gives you 6 maximum charges. Pretty cool ring. The belt is just a bricked mage blood with 2 flask mods. We wanted to craft a bricked mage blood skin with multiple flask mods. We had these prepared here. Let me find it. We had these belts prepared. We were ready to like jam these together with recombinators. Unfortunately, the resulting heavy belt is not gonna have the mage blood skin. It's just gonna be a heavy belt like this. This used to be a mage blood. I combined this with one of these like flask mod belts, and it just turned into a heavy belt with no skin. So we couldn't really make anything here. So we just put this mage blood here. The boots. These boots, let me tell you, these boots were very stressful to craft. Thankfully, we found some synthesis bases that made it easier, but these boots have all 4 of the game defenses at 69. 69 armor, evasion, energy shield, and ward. They have the Beacon of Madness skin because it was madness to craft this. We got very lucky on some of the recombinators because if we lose the bases, if we lose the synth bases, divining something like this was gonna be a 1 in 4,000 divine with the correct rolls. That would have been the other way. Thankfully, we managed to do it with the synth implicits. Thank God. There was not many available, so we had to buy the couple that we had, and yeah, YOLO on the recombinators, and we hit this. Amulet. This is the most regenerative amulet that exists in this game. We made this like a week ago. It has quick recovery, which is mana regen. It has life regen base, and then it has mana regen, life regen, energy shield regen, life regen, and mana regen mods on it. Why not marble? Because if it was marble, people would ask why not coral. We blast this to minimum, of course. It's also divine to minimum, as far as I can see. Yeah, every roll is the worst. Yeah. It is. Okay, now for the good stuff. A shield from iron. Synthesized Flame Shaper's Transfer Attuned Spirit Shield of the Lightning Rod. This is the longest blue item name in the game by far. I think by at least 5 or 6 characters. Yeah, it's just a +1 fire, max lightning rest shield. Blue. Next, the chest. +1 Vol, +1 strength, +1 dex, +1 int, +1 support, +1 active, +1 skeletons. This is the final item we crafted. We finished it 2 days ago. It took 3,100 exalts to make. And if we don't hit the final recombinator, we were out. We were out of the currency. We had 2 pentas, meaning 2 items, 2 sacrificial garbs, so the good base, with 5 +1s on it after the Vol, so 6. And we had to gem those together. And if it didn't land, we were out and we could no longer continue the craft. But we hit the recombinator, so we made this chest. It's also 1% quality and 1 wide socket. And finally, the last item that I will show you is the Death Star Torture Cage. 6 fractured Torture Cage. This is, I think, the most cursed item I have ever had in PoE. And we made this ourselves also. It was a fun craft. There's probably going to be a video on this. You may have already seen it if this is on YouTube, and I put that out earlier. But this is 6 fractured mods, 3 of which are double line, so hybrid mods. It has 3 implicits, 2 of the longest ones, and the Gilded Fossil one. And it has a very long enchant, which I've self-enchanted, Lancing Steel, so that we have the 3 lines in the middle, then damage, speed. they go in new lines. And then we slammed on a long incubator, high-level corrupted gem, or valuable gem, and then I corrupted it, beast corrupted it, 30% quality, so that it can never be mirrored. And this is a one-of-a-kind item. Death Star. My proudest craft this league, I think. Alright, well, that's it, I think. I should probably mention, in a video like this, that some percentage of you watching this are still not subscribed on YouTube. Just press the button, man. I upload a bunch of videos. You clearly like them. You're here watching. Just subscribe. And then we'll get 100k subs. And I'll get like a little check mark and feel validated for my efforts over these years. Thanks for watching the content on YouTube. Thanks for liking the videos. Thanks for leaving nice comments. It's very cool. I still read them all, every single one. Hopefully you feel you enjoyed the content this league. There's gonna be more in the next one. I think this meme museum is gonna be really hard to top. There's always this slight pressure like, oh no, what if this leagues we got no meme items, but then this league we got recombinators and they're crazy, and there's some crazy stupid items that can be made because of them. I thought Scourge would be the best, but then this league came along. I don't know how it can be even more cursed. Next league, maybe we get some mirrored items and we can craft on those. We will see. Stay tuned for the next one. Bye!